and you can back off a little bit. I'm going to check my levels here. Okay. I didn't want to be peeking the mic. I've done that in the past.
Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you.
Hey everybody, Cam here. So I wanted to go over the Etude in detail, kind of phrase by phrase, and explain some of the ways that I interpreted it and why I performed it exactly the way I did. The first two bars are a sequence. So it's very important that we don't take a breath in between those two. The next two bars, however, are a cadence. They are a conclusion of that phrase. So the second line here, it's a repeat of the first two bars with just minor alterations. And then the next two bars, we are actually now, we've changed keys. We're in C minor. We want to really focus that line around the C being our anchor point. So let it sound like C minor. And vibrato here is going to be your friend at the ends of these phrases. So now we have further chromaticism. And ultimately, this is just a big way to build to this A flat we see in the fourth line. And this A flat is really high. Don't worry about hitting it too hard. When we're that high in the register, it's going to speak naturally, so you don't need to give it a lot of gas. It's more so about how you phrase the bars leading up to it rather than saying, and we're playing loud now, you know? I like to do a little bit of rubato here at this fifth line. Now we're in a completely different musical section. We can use that as an excuse to kind of schmooze it a little bit. The trick with the rubato in the middle of the phrase is you have to pull back out of it. The rubato meaning a pushing and pulling of the tempo, a flowing of time, if you will. That's how we don't get stuck in the rubato. We don't fall in love with our own sound and just go a little too hard in the phrase, because there's still more musical material to go. It's just a little moment we give some emphasis, and then we move on. And we can really milk that last B to C. So play it with some drama, play it with some intrigue, because we're trying to build that interest to go into the finale here. We're trying to kind of indicate, oh, things are ramping up. I wrote pulse in my part because I found time got really vague if I was not very deliberate about it here, and it's because of the syncopation. Then this next part, this is where our flexibility exercises come into play. There are different things you can do with the valves. You know, I did 2 and 3, and I did open. You know, that would be more of like a private lesson discussion. This whole last 3 bars, I would do an accelerando through the first 2 bars. I would take a sip, kind of sneak breath right there. You don't need a ton of air, especially if you had a good breath, but we want to give ourselves enough gas in the chamber, enough fuel in the chamber here to get through the end, because we're actually going to do a little bit of a retard. We're going to do one last rubato to finish it off. And you can put a decrescendo there at the end as well. And there you have it. This is my comprehensive and complete thoughts on this Blazevitch etude. There is a high level of detail that you can explore within these books that allows you to develop that musicianship in a way that may not be immediately apparent, but is hugely beneficial to you. There is your guide to the TMEA, one of them at least, tuba audition etudes. If you like this content, please be sure to subscribe to our channel for more. We'll be doing a whole series of this where each instrument of our ensemble features a different etude in our learning process. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that little bell icon for more, and we will catch you next time. Cheers.